Over the last 2 months, I've received over $23,000 worth of tools to put in my shop to be shown in future videos. The channel's grown, actually doubled in the course of the last 3 months alone, and with that growth, I have seen a ton of the behind the scenes of what it means to be an actual YouTuber and the contracts that come along with it, as well as the value that is perceived not only from the viewers, but also from brands. I searched for this video for about 2 years, and now that I'm kind of in the middle of it, I understand why people don't make this video. Not only because it's going to ostracize my viewers and make it seem like this is a business and it's not just Hamilton having fun, but also talking about the brands directly and understanding the value that they have put on my channel for future use. With that, I'm going to say some things that are going to sound probably a little bit jaded and a little bit out of touch. And I understand that. I want to just upfront say that. I understand what it's about to sound like, but the last 3 months have been a whirlwind, and I feel like it would be stupid of me not to include that in a YouTube video. Not only for people out there who are hoping to learn a little bit about this and who might be interested in starting up a YouTube channel, but also for me, because right now it's incredibly exciting. Like I said, over $23,000 worth of tools are showing up, and probably in about a year, it's not going to be as exciting. It's probably going to be more like work. When I did my Make Timber series last year, I had over 1,000 people show up to live stream. It blew my mind. I almost cried on live stream. And now, when I see a video and it doesn't do well, I start thinking, oh, only 4,000 people watch that. As the channel has been growing, it's been very easy for me to lose focus on what I want this channel to be. And it started off as I want to make videos that I want to make, that I'm excited to make. If they make money, that's great. I actually have a bucket list of projects that I want to make before I die, regardless if I make a video about them or not, because I have all these ideas, but you get stopped real quick when you realize these tools are very expensive. This tool right here is over $10,000 with it and its accessories. And the reason that I have it in the shop is because I am finally going to be able to make a specific project that I've always wanted to make. Otherwise, I would not be able to afford this tool at this point in my life. A lot of YouTubers, in order to create a stable income on YouTube, they reach out to sponsors and they say, hey, I'll create X amount of videos for you for X amount of dollars per video. They get a few different sponsors spread across their niche on YouTube. You set it up where you create around 50 videos for an entire year. And let's just say each one of those videos pays you $1,000. That is $50,000 that's guaranteed money. Beyond your AdSense, beyond affiliate links, beyond selling plans online, you all of a sudden have a stable income. That is what a ton of people are looking for. Unfortunately, I've got a little bit of a chip on my shoulder when it concerns creating content for other people, because I quit my job to start YouTube to prove to myself that I could do something, to fully own the situation. Whether I am succeeding or failing at this, I want to know that it rests on my shoulders. So whenever I work with brands specifically, I upfront tell them, I say, I do not want your money. What I want is your tool, and I want your trust. Instead of having a company who is just looking to grab money out of my audience, I really want a company who is wanting to invest in me. What does that actually look like? Well, for Make Timber last year, I was able to give away a few $1,000s worth of tools. This year, I'm going to be giving away around $20,000 worth of tools on my channel. As my channel's been growing, the value is there. People are seeing that. And more specifically, when they get in touch and they start citing specific things in my videos which show me, hey, you actually watch my channel, it makes me excited to work with them. And in the same beat of that, I realize that y'all, the viewers, are the only reason that my channel has that value. My core viewership, which determines in YouTube's eyes if a video is good or bad. If I start showing off sponsored content, people start questioning my motives as a creator and where I'm going with the channel. Sure, there's going to be people out there who actually care about me as an individual, and that is awesome. So if they hear me do a 30-second ad read, they might say, oh, did Hamilton get paid $500 or $5,000? Or are people saying, oh, Hamilton's fell off, you know, his channel's not what it used to be. It used to be a whole lot better. As I grow as a creator, and especially on YouTube, I want my content to be better and better and better. But with that, I also don't want to lose who I am. The video that got 700,000 views recently has been a wonderful example of that. Turns out, y'all, my core viewers, really cared about that video in specific. You watched a lot more of it than normal, and then you commented down below saying, hey, thank you so much, this information is really great, this is really helpful, and some of y'all even went on to go buy the Whiskey Smoker files, which is what allows me to really create content long term. That also shows YouTube, hey, this is good stuff, so they're gonna start pushing it out across the internet. Well, the views kept growing to the point where people who do not care about me as an individual started commenting, Hamilton, you're a liar, you're a cheat, you're just trying to scam people into purchasing your files, you're not a woodworker, you're a YouTuber. how can you live with yourself? You're telling people they can get rich quick. Now, thankfully, I was born with some pretty thick skin, so instead of crying, I took a step back and thought, okay, when is the perception changing from people? Certainly, as human beings want to be able to prove me wrong, saying that I am doing something shady. I think that's just a natural human reaction when you see anything that you do not fully understand, is to question it. And that's a good thing. I want my audience to question what I'm doing. I want that feedback, especially from the people, like I've been saying, who care about me as an individual. Now, that gets us to the actual brand deals. When companies reach out, I oftentimes say no. At this point right now, I have about 3 companies a day who are reaching out, and that is anything from ad integrations from software to actual physical products, or bigger corporate collaborations that are wanting a long-term relationship set over the course of a few videos. The most I've ever been offered at this point right now for YouTube is a few $1,000s to create a specific video. And by a few thousand, it's over 5,000. There's like a set number of money that they're willing to give you, and then a bonus structure based on how well the video does. It gets a little bit confusing. The reason that I say no is because it has absolutely nothing to do with my channel. They're just trying to monetize the fact that there's a core number of people who are willing to watch that might have never seen their products before. I recently released a video, and I went through how $25,000 was generated on the channel in 2022. And I was extremely excited to make that video. I was very, very proud of that number. But if you think about it, let's say this year ends at $50,000. I still think a lot of people honestly would be very happy for me, and I'd still be very proud of that number. Let's say I end the year at $100,000. Well, all of a sudden, people start thinking, oh, Hamilton's sold out. Hamilton doesn't care about his viewers anymore. This is just a money thing for him. But let's say that the channel generated $500,000. I think that there is an overwhelming amount of people who will not be glad for me. They will automatically think that I'm doing something sinister or something that is not motivated by what I'm currently motivated by, which is to create content that I enjoy creating regardless if it's making money or not. If somebody's growing and they really want to know how do I get sponsors to take notice of me, it is extremely simple and it's not sexy at all and no one really wants to do it. You just have to grind content for a specific thing, right? So for me, my channel was created around the Onefinity CNC machine, and I just grinded content. All of a sudden, Onefinity sees, wow, there's this dude out there who's promoting us completely for free, just on his own. Why would they not allow me to give away a free machine on my channel? It's better promotion for them. They're not giving me any money. Unfortunately, that takes time. For me, it took me a year to get to 1,000 subscribers. It took me another year to get from 1,000 to 16,000. And then 16,000 to whatever the number is right now, just in the last 3 months alone. Growth is exponential. It stacks on itself. And as that happens, companies pop out of the woodworks real quickly. If anybody out there has a company that reach out to them and you really want to work with them, don't be afraid to ask for the moon. They're going to tell you really quick what they're willing to do and what they're not willing to do. The other day I got in touch with a company that I knew was not going to supply me anything. And I've got a list of a few of them. Those massive cobots, you know, the ones that like weld in like the Tesla factories and stuff. I really want one of those for a very specific project on my bucket list of projects before I die. And I've got a whole list of companies that I get in touch with. And I do that every few months just to kind of see if somebody's even willing to talk to me. I've reached out to a few of them beforehand, but the first time, just last week, somebody had a legit conversation with little old Hamilton with around 30,000 subscribers, and they really talked to me. They could be watching this video right now. I fully understand that your tool is $250,000. But the fact that you took that call, the fact that you talked to me, the fact that the line is still open and there's a possibility for the future helps me understand my value. As my value continues to grow, I want to remain true to myself. So for the core people who watch my channel, I really would love to know down in the comments if this is something that's like a huge turnoff for you. There will always be people who question my motives on my YouTube channel. That's human nature. I completely understand. That's great. And I also hope that there's always people out there that I trust that are willing to tell me if things are changing. Things are changing very, very quickly underneath my feet right now as far as the channel grows. But I want to make sure that I'm still true to creating stuff that I enjoy, that I really want to create. YouTube is a lot like growing plants. You gotta see it as like when you first create your channel, imagine you're living in an apartment and you've got a window, just a single window. You open up that window, you put a planter in there, and then over the course of a few weeks, you understand light requirements, you understand which of your content is doing well, which is not. Well, you start really enjoying it and you start thinking, wow, I need more of this. So you move out of your apartment and you move into a house with a backyard. You fill that backyard up with planters and people start actually paying you for the things that you're growing. They start saying, oh, I really like your specific tomatoes. I know there's a lot of tomatoes out there, but the ones that you grow, I really like those better than anything else. I'm willing to give you money for that. You start seeing all this money start changing hands and you start realizing it's a lot of work to be able to do all these things. So you really start thinking about investing in some land. But you know when you invest in that land, you have to be able to hire video editors, content managers, everything that has to do with all the work that you cannot specifically do yourself because it starts getting a little bit too tiring. Now, for me, I'm having to laser focus on what I want for this channel because very quickly, especially as my name continues to grow, I have a lot of people who reach out. I could stop the channel right now and only do wholesale for my CNC machine for easily the next 3 years and make a considerable amount of money. That stuff I would have killed to have last year. But like I keep saying, I'm stepping back and I'm realizing the value that's attached to that. Why do those people want to get in touch with me? So I'm saying no a lot. I'm saying no to the majority of stuff that pops up because I started this channel making stuff that I really wanted to create, making videos that I really enjoy. With that, I know if I keep my head down, if I keep on doing the things that I enjoy, the channel will continue to grow. Or at least that's the hope. So if anybody has any direct questions about like the brand deals and stuff, no one's paying me. I have signed contracts based on like each individual vendor and how many times it's shown in videos. And each of those contracts include them giving away a tool during Make Timber at the very end of the year when I do my whole Make Timber series, which I am just freaking stoked about. Hope y'all are too. So this is how long this actually took me to make this video. Right here is how many subscribers I have currently editing the video. You might think that number's pretty high, and I'm not kidding right now. This is the 18th time that I've fully shot this video because I know that there are a lot of small content creators who are struggling, and it is really weird for me to come out and say, oh, people are willing to pay me money, but I'm not taking it, and there's all these opportunities, and I keep saying no to them. I know for a lot of people out there that's going to sound like I'm jaded and I don't appreciate where I'm at in life, but I hope that I have done a good job of explaining that I am incredibly thankful for what's going on right now, but I've had to really reevaluate how I can move forward and be happy as a human being. Hopefully that's okay with some of y'all. I know some of y'all it won't be, and you're going to find something wrong with everything. I am massively thankful for all of my Patreons out there. Y'all are the best. I'm currently working on something that hopefully y'all will be involved with soon. We'll see if it actually turns out or not. Other than that, thank y'all very much for stopping by. If anything else is cathartic for me just to get it out there to the world so that I can keep on grinding. I've got some cool videos coming out. Thanks for watching. Bye.